The 2026 Tiffin Wayfarer is not just an RV, it is a revolution on wheels. And if you have been waiting for the perfect moment to upgrade your travel lifestyle, that moment is right now. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing a full deep dive into one of the most talked about Class C diesels of the year. The Tiffin Wayfarer 2026 has arrived with serious upgrades, a jaw-dropping new look, and technology that frankly puts many Class A motorhomes to shame. So buckle up because we are covering everything you need to know about this incredible machine. Let's start with the most immediate thing you notice when you walk up to the 2026 Wayfarer, the exterior. Tiffin has introduced brand new premium full-body paint options this year, and they are absolutely stunning. You have three choices: coastal blue, which gives off this deep, rich, nautical vibe that looks absolutely gorgeous under sunlight; silver sand, a sophisticated, warm metallic tone that feels both modern and timeless; and sea mist, which is this soft, elegant color that honestly looks like it belongs on a luxury yacht more than an RV. These are not your typical decal wraps or partial paint jobs. These are full-body paint finishes, which means the entire coach is wrapped in a consistent, premium color from front to back. This dramatically elevates the curb appeal and resale value of the vehicle. When you pull into a campground in a 2026 Tiffin Wayfarer, heads are going to turn, guaranteed. But before we even get to the interior, let's talk about what is powering this beauty. The Wayfarer is built on a Class C diesel platform, which means you are getting significantly better fuel efficiency and torque compared to gas-powered alternatives. Diesel engines are known for their durability, their ability to handle long highway miles, and their superior towing and climbing capability, especially in mountainous terrain. For full-timers or long-distance travelers, this is not just a preference, it is a necessity. The peace of mind that comes from driving a diesel coach on a cross-country journey is simply unmatched. Now, the price point sits in the range of approximately $180,000 to $220,000, and before you gasp, let me tell you exactly why that number is completely justified once you understand everything packed into this coach. In the competitive Class C diesel market, the Wayfarer 2026 is punching well above its weight class in terms of features, build quality, and livability. Tiffin has always been known for their family-owned craftsmanship and attention to detail, and the 2026 Wayfarer is proof that they are not slowing down anytime soon. One of the headline upgrades for 2026 is something that full-time RVers have been requesting for years. Tiffin went ahead and raised the interior ceiling height by a full 6 inches. Now, 6 inches might not sound like a lot when you are just reading a spec sheet, but when you are actually standing inside the coach, that difference is transformational. Taller travelers who previously felt cramped inside a Class C can now move around comfortably without that constant feeling of the ceiling pressing down on them. It makes the entire living space feel more open, more airy, and more like a real home rather than a vehicle you are just passing through. Combined with smart interior design choices, larger windows, and strategic lighting, the 2026 Wayfarer interior feels genuinely spacious in a way that previous Class C coaches simply could not achieve. This is the kind of upgrade that you do not fully appreciate until you have lived in it for a week, and then you never want to go back. Now, let's talk about the technology inside the 2026 Tiffin Wayfarer, because this is where things get really exciting for the modern traveler. Tiffin has equipped this coach with the Spider multiplex control system, and if you are not familiar with it, let me break it down for you. The Spider system is essentially a centralized digital control hub that allows you to manage virtually every electrical function in your coach from a single touchscreen interface. We are talking lights, slides, awnings, leveling jacks, water pump, tanks, generator, all of it controlled through one intuitive system. No more hunting around for switches on different panels in different locations. Everything is organized, labeled, and accessible right at your fingertips. The Spider system also provides real-time diagnostics, which means if something is drawing too much power or a system is behaving unexpectedly, you know about it immediately rather than discovering a problem after it has already become a serious issue. For RV travelers who spend extended time boondocking or off-grid, this kind of system awareness is absolutely invaluable. Speaking of off-grid capability, Let's talk about the power system because the 2026 Wayfarer comes standard with a 2,000-watt inverter paired with lithium batteries, and this combination changes the entire game for how you can use and enjoy your RV. Traditional lead-acid batteries are heavy, slow to charge, and you can only safely use about 50% of their capacity before you start damaging them. Lithium batteries, on the other hand, are lighter, charge significantly faster, and you can use up to 80 or even 90% of their capacity without any long-term damage. What this means in practical terms is that you can run your microwave, charge your laptops, power your television, and keep your refrigerator running for dramatically longer periods without needing to plug into shore power or run your generator. The 2,000-watt inverter is strong enough to handle most of your household appliances simultaneously, so you are genuinely living with home-like power even when you are parked in the middle of nowhere with no hookups in sight. And Tiffin did not stop there. The 2026 Wayfarer also comes with solar prep standard from the factory. Now, solar prep means the coach is wired and ready for solar panel installation, so you do not have to deal with messy aftermarket retrofitting or pay a third party to run wires through your walls. You simply add your panels and you are immediately harvesting free energy from the sun. For travelers who love national parks, remote camping spots, or just want to reduce their reliance on campground hookups and generator noise, this solar-ready setup is an absolute game changer. Pair the lithium batteries, the 2,000-watt inverter, and a rooftop solar array together, and you have a truly capable off-grid power system that can sustain modern living comforts for days at a time. But perhaps the single most exciting technology upgrade in the 2026 Tiffin Wayfarer, and the one that has gotten the most buzz in the RV community, is the inclusion of Starlink Pro connectivity as a standard feature. Let that sink in for a moment. Starlink Pro, not the basic residential Starlink, but the Pro tier, which is designed for high bandwidth, high mobility applications, is now coming standard in this coach. This means that no matter where you are, a remote mountain pass in Colorado, a desert campground in Arizona, a coastal site in Maine, you have access to fast, reliable, low-latency internet. We are talking download speeds that can easily handle video streaming, video conferencing, cloud backups, and everything else a modern remote worker or content creator needs to function at a high level. The days of hunting for campgrounds based on their Wi-Fi signal or burning through cellular data are officially over for Wayfarer owners. Let's bring everything together now and talk about what the 2026 Tiffin Wayfarer means as a complete lifestyle package, because at the end of the day, buying an RV at this price point is not just a vehicle purchase. It is a decision about how you want to live your life. And the Wayfarer makes an incredibly compelling case. Think about who this coach is built for. It is built for the couple who has done their research, who has maybe owned a travel trailer or a gas Class C before, and who is now ready to step into something that genuinely does not compromise on comfort, capability, or technology. It is built for the family who wants to travel together without sacrificing the quality of life they have at home. It is built for the remote worker who needs reliable internet and a comfortable workspace, no matter where their travels take them. And it is built for the adventure seeker who wants to go off the beaten path without giving up the creature comforts that make life enjoyable. The 6-inch taller ceiling we talked about in Part 1. That is Tiffin listening to their customers and delivering a solution that makes a real difference in daily livability. The Starlink Pro connectivity. That is Tiffin understanding that the modern RV traveler is not just retired and checking out from the world, but often actively working, creating, and staying connected while they explore. The lithium battery system paired with the inverter and solar prep. That is Tiffin building a coach that respects your freedom and does not chain you to an electrical hookup to live comfortably. Every single upgrade in the 2026 Wayfarer feels intentional, and that is the hallmark of a company that genuinely cares about the end-user experience. Now let's address the price one more time, because I know $180,000 to $220,000 is a significant number, and I want to give you the full context. When you break down what is included standard in the 2026 Wayfarer, the Spider multiplex system, the lithium batteries, the 2,000-watt inverter, the solar prep, the Starlink Pro, the full-body premium paint, and the upgraded interior height, you are looking at features that would easily cost $30,000 to $50,000 in aftermarket upgrades if you tried to add them to a competing coach yourself. So when you compare apples to apples, the Wayfarer's price point starts to look not just fair, but genuinely competitive. Factor in Tiffin's reputation for build quality, their excellent customer service, their dealer network, and the strong resale value that Tiffin coaches historically hold, and the financial case becomes even stronger. This is the kind of coach you buy once and keep for a decade. This is the kind of coach that becomes the backdrop for thousands of memories across hundreds of destinations. The 2026 Tiffin Wayfarer is not trying to be the biggest RV on the road or the flashiest motorhome at the show. It is trying to be the smartest, most well-rounded, most livable Class C diesel available at this price point. And based on everything we have covered across these three parts, I think it has absolutely achieved that goal. If you are seriously considering adding the Wayfarer to your shortlist, I strongly encourage you to get to a Tiffin dealer and walk through one in person, because there is truly no substitute for experiencing that 6-inch ceiling lift, the quality of the materials, and the intuitive flow of the Spider system firsthand. This coach speaks for itself the moment you step inside, and I have a feeling once you do, the decision is going to become very easy. Thank you so much for sticking with us through all three parts of this breakdown. If this helped you understand the 2026 Tiffin Wayfarer better, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth RV reviews, and drop your questions in the comments below because we read and respond to every single one.